Yo. Yeah, this is Shut 'em Down Radio with Dirty Silo. We got a caller, 313. Yo-Yo in the building. Legendary Yo-Yo. Let's get it.
It's the West Coast diva host. Follow the leader. Catch me on the billboard, moving like a heat seeker. It's yo. Act like you know. They couldn't do it. Now I'm back up in the studio with gangsters.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Yo-Yo. Legendary Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo. How you doing tonight?
Wait, y'all got me going up. I'm like, wait a minute. How dope was that song?
Yo-Yo. How did you get your name, Yo-Yo?
Um, because you can't play me out. No, I got it. My name is Yolanda.
I'm talking about. So, when did you get your start in the rap game?
Game. Ever since I stepped on the mic, I've been murdering niggas for life. No, only joking. I'm only joking. I started when I was in high school. I'm junior high school. Um, I got my fame when Ice Cube left NWA, but I started MCing and being a part of the hip hop community when it was a battle, and I grew up in a community that was about hip hop, and I was one of the few females that fell in love with hip hop. Wasn't afraid to battle men, posses, crews, you name it. I can hear you now.
All right. Sorry, Yo-Yo. All right. Let me repeat the question. So, in America's Most Wanted, how did you and Ice Cube meet and start doing music?
Ice Cube and I met when he was leaving NWA. A friend of Ice Cube's who was T-Bone. T-Bone and I went to school together. Terry,
right.
Terry and I went to school together. He was Ice Cube's friend, and he told Ice Cube about me, and Cube wanted to meet me. And of course, I was ecstatic. I was over the hills about meeting Ice Cube because everyone in Los Angeles, Compton, Inglewood, Watts, all the parts of Southern California was in love with NWA, and they knew the power of Ice Cube. So the fact that he even wanted to meet me, everybody was like, "Oh, Ice Cube wants to meet you."
Right.
And he met me, and shortly after we established a relationship, and the rest is history.
Right. So the West Coast has a very nice hip hop culture. So did you grow up on dancing, pop locking? What were you into?
I grew up straight murdering them on the track. I grew up straight battling, straight talking about their mama, their daddies, their crews, their shoes.
So you've been in a lot of battles.
What? Don't try to play me out.
That's what I'm talking about. So name a memorable battle you've been in. Ball for ball.
I murdered Jinx. I murdered everybody that went to Washington Prep High School. Any celebrity that ever came through Washington Prep, I murdered them on the track. Sir Jinx, who wind up producing me, right?
Yeah, I know what Sir
Jinx is,
right.
And I know, and he's gonna laugh because he knows. He knows his crew couldn't beat me, and I murdered them. They couldn't beat me in any talent shows, anything. Beat them all. Right. MC Threat. Whose crew is Threat with? Oh God, what's his crew?
Yo, that's real right there, though. You know what I mean? Because think about it.
I mean, Candyman came out, but Candyman couldn't beat me
wow.
in talent shows.
I know what you're talking about.
He was the first one. Candyman was the first one to put out a big hit, but he couldn't beat me in talent shows.
Right. Now, coming from the West Coast, you're known for lyricism and music, and you dealt with a lot of producers. You dealt with Battle Cat. And how was it working with Battle Cat? He's one of the dopest producers on the West Coast.
I love Battle Cat, and I love him. And the more we grow and the older we get, I love him even more because he's grown with time. I love Battle Cat because Battle Cat loves life. He loves music. He loves people. He loves God. I love him for more than one reason. Yeah, I love him because it's so many. It's only so many people you can actually grow up with. He is a person that I grew up with, who I feel like who's leveling up in hip hop. So I love him to pieces.
Right. Now, stage performance. I know you rocked a lot of stage, and you did so many memorable collabos, like "I Want to Be Down" remix. Could you elaborate that, and how did that come about?
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you, yo.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. So, you said the "I Want to Be Down." "I Want to Be Down." Okay, before we did "I Want to Be Down," they really wasn't paying attention to Yo-Yo. The West Coast people were like, "Oh, Yo-Yo, they really are ignoring you. They really don't really, you know."
Right.
So I was feeling a little left out in hip hop when it came to female MCs in this hip hop game. Although I had a lot of respect, I wasn't really getting a lot of acknowledgement when they came out with "I Want to Be Down," and it was the first time that hip hop had really married R&B. We kind of fell in love with each other. And so when they called me to say, because, okay, that was also a time when we were label mates. MC Light and I were label mates. Labels wasn't even allowing female rappers. They were still pinning us against each other. You know, you on this crew, you on that crew, you on this crew. You couldn't really get together because MC Light and I were on the same label. It was hard for us to even work together. So they really wasn't having it. I was in love with him, MC Light, like in her style, her flow. So when they called me to do "I Want to Be Down," I was like, oh, shit, I got to come with something. You know, I got to really show myself. I was really impressed with what they had done. I was in love because I love music, and I've always loved music. I was just never some hip-hop head. I loved music. I loved Anita Baker, Sade, you know, Shaka Khan, you know, Luther Vandross. Those are the people I grew up listening to. The Whispers. I love music. What's that? Just Like Kende, you know, all those things. I was loving music.
Right.
So
Cameo.
It was nothing. Cameo, yes. So I was loving music, period. So when they came with that, I was like, oh, here's my chance to show who I am. So, yeah, I went in. I worked with Keith Crouch, who actually produced the original song, and Keith Crouch called me, and he was like, yo, you know, we want you to be a part of this, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. So I went in. I did it like one time, and I did it like 15 times, maybe 25 times. And I was like, let me hear everybody else's stuff, you know, and they played everybody. I was like, let me do it again. I did it about 25 more times. And I was like, play it again. And I was like, nah, I want to do it better. He was like, yo, it sounds good. And
it definitely was a legendary track. Yeah, it's a time they owned, and it was like camaraderie. You know, did you do that in the studio together?
We didn't do it in the studio together. When I came in, MC Light and Queen Latifah had already laid their vocals. Now, I do believe Queen came back and did her vocals over after I did mine, but I mean, not like that, but I think that, you know, everybody had laid their first track. It wasn't the final track when I got mine. So, you know, we all had a chance to go in and touch it up. I was probably the last person to do my touch-ups.
Right. Now, Yo-Yo, we got a caller. 646, you on the line. We'll Shut 'em Down Radio.
What's going on? It's Styles Montana, New York City. What's going down?
What's up, New York City? It's Yo-Yo from the West Coast.
Yeah, we love that West Coast music. We ain't even going to lie to y'all.
Yeah.
You know, I represent Marvsdale. I'm always all over Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island. I'm everywhere in New York. But my question to you, you know, I understand he asking a lot of questions. Where do you feel that music is taken today? Like, how do you feel about the craft, the art of today, as opposed to, you know, the unity of back in the days?
Well, you know, I mean, it's not what it used to be. Of course, it is doing its own thing. And my whole take on it is because I work with the youth, I work in the community, I've learned not to bash it and to embrace it. When I first got into the game, you know, they really were saying, oh, we don't really F with this kind of music. Oh, this is rap. You're not hip-hop, you rap. You know, it was a whole bunch of bull crap. well, that's what they were saying. Yeah, that's what they were saying. So for me, I love it. You know, I deal with the youth. You know, I don't just stick my feet in the pool. I dive all the way in. I really mess with them. They know they can come to me like, oh, Auntie Yo-Yo. Yeah, you know, they can tell me what's really going on. They can talk to me. Yeah, they can talk to me like they talking to their auntie. You know, I don't discriminate. I don't judge them. You know, sometimes if I don't understand what they're saying, I'll tell them. I don't know what the hell y'all saying. You know, I'll tell them.
That's
like,
real.
What the hell are you saying? You know, but I'll listen even deeper now. You know, and I try my best not to distance myself from hip hop because it's the only thing that I've ever loved that has ever shown me that has ever paved the way for me to be where I am in life.
Right.
You know, all of the other things that I've gotten to do, it's because of hip hop. So I can't really act like I'm bigger and better, and you know, my gangster shit ain't no different from this ignorant shit.
Yeah.
So now,
Real
question,
talk.
right? See, because she just mentioned something, Dirk. She just said that the hip hop bred her to be able to do other things. Should I say, is hip hop actually bringing it to another level where you're able to teach the kids in the community how to market or how to find, resources, like if they want to create their own bottled waters or anything like that and put it on the market? Is hip hop happening in that manner out there as well as it is in New York?
Of course. Yeah. Listen, hip hop, first of all, you got to deal with the community. Nothing's going to teach you nothing until you deal with the community.
That's a fact.
So, it makes you know, in the black community, everything that we've learned, all of our people who have been successful from where we come from, we idolize them. We lift them up. We praise them.
That's right.
You know, and so.
Like Master P, I got to give him his respect.
Yeah,
Master P.
Master P.
Say it again?
Yeah.
I
said
real talk.
Ahead.
Now, Yo-Yo, what's crazy is you came from an era where everybody gave their props. I feel like nowadays people are scared to, give somebody a compliment.
Acknowledge.
You did good.
Right.
Yeah, acknowledge somebody. And it's crazy,
But we love Cali, though. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows
California is love.
Real talk.
You know what it is? People are afraid. You can, and that's one thing when people say level up. People always say, level up, level up. What is leveling up? Leveling up is, a lot of people are still on fucking level 1. If you really want to be honest,
that's right.
They're still on level 3.
In their 10th childhood. Tell them, Yo-Yo.
Yeah. So when you talk about leveling up and people want to get higher, you can't get higher until you show people the respect, until you have some understanding. You can't get higher. You can't go higher until you have some kind of respect for the game, until you have some understanding, until you can teach somebody something. If you still thinking it's about you still on probably level 4.
That's a fact.
That's right.
That's one of the things I've seen about New York rappers.
About you,
we've been through that.
Listen, God ain't gonna take you higher. If you thinking you God, then you don't need then you as high as you get. But if you
gotta grow.
Higher, if you're asking to go higher and you want to grow, then you know that you need some help. It ain't just about you. And what does that take? That means you gotta. God said, I ain't gonna make you. You can't. If you don't understand the people in my community, if you don't understand the people in that community, if you can't understand the people over there, then how are you asking me to put you higher?
That's crazy what she just said, because that's what we were talking about earlier when we were discussing that. It's so many people that, and no disrespect to the younger generation, but when I'm going back, when they first was talking about the retrospect, a lot of the kids in New York are saying we don't respect the OGs because they never taught us anything. And see, now out here in New York, there are things that a lot of us have reached plateaus as far as clothing lines. I mean, from even designing bottles, graphic designs, we've done everything, and we've been trying to teach it to the community to bring it back up, so that they can learn to become entrepreneurs.
Right, and we share that common goal. See, the whole thing is like the whole economy, right? The West, the East. I feel like we family, brothers and sisters, and stuff of that nature. and we go through the same
created
ordeal.
a division.
Right. You know? But the thing of it is, brothers and sisters quarrel and fight and stuff like that, but it's love, you know what I mean? So definitely, yo-yo.
Yes, my
Yo-yo,
baby.
you kidding me? Yeah. Now let's get into your new. Right. Let's get into your new track right here. This track is fire right there.
Before we get into the new song, I want to talk about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I want to talk about the Yo-Yo School of Hip Hop. I want to tell them that the Intelligent Black Women's Coalition is still on and cracking. We are still 30 years later working with IBWing with my crewing. We still out working with the youth. I have parents that's calling me up saying, "Hey, yo, you know, my daughter is, she talking back. She prostituting her body. She got a dude, or she using her body, whatever." They calling me up. So we are still having, our organization is still up and running. We are still mentoring with young girls who are feeling depressed, feeling like they don't have any support, any family, or maybe the mama is not in the house. And, they feel like, I don't have nobody to take me higher. My mama don't take me serious.
Right.
My daddy is not in my life, or my father don't take me serious. Our organization is still up and running. The Yo-Yo
And what platform can they reach you at? Like, websites, numbers?
Yep, we are at Yo-Yo School of Hip Hop on Instagram. Yo-Yo School of Hip Hop. I think we have the IBWC. I'm not sure. Our website went down because when the website started when people stopped using websites, I think we stopped paying for GoDaddy.
The domain name, right?
But you know what Google is? You know what I mean?
Right. There's got to be a way to find it. That's right.
But if you find me, you find it. I am.
Hello.
I am. Yeah, I am in control. I am in tune. I am awake. I am available. I'm not too far to be reached. I talk to people every day on my social media. I'm not on it all the time, but when I am, I do get back.
Right, you do mentorship?
We do all of that. We do mentorship. I work with young black boys, especially from the ages of 11 to 17. That's how I became the ambassador for the Black College Expo because, young black men.
You're supposed to drop bombs on that, Dirk.
Real talk, man. Bang, bang, bang.
Young black boys started coming in wanting to learn how to write lyrics, and they couldn't write an essay. They couldn't write a sentence, but they was dope at writing lyrics, dope at producing tracks. So
and Yo-Yo,
I worked with Yeah,
I didn't mean to cut you off, but what's real about this, I love this real, talking back and forth when we keeping it 100. Now, the thing about what you did, especially with your music, you know what I mean? You always painted a picture. You get what I'm saying? So you could tell, where you was at in your life with your song.
Yeah.
Now, this is the question I got. You still rocking them Dolphins?
Listen, I do rock my Dolphins. I am a people's person. I love community. I love people. So I'll do whatever. I do whatever the scene calls for. To be totally honest.
Now we're gonna get to Right. Now we're gonna get to your track. Can't play with my yo. We on the line with Yo-Yo, legendary Yo-Yo. Don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out. Yo, you know what?
Tell me.
Yo, that took me back to time, man. The golden era.
Hey,
man.
Let me tell you what's so dope about that.
Yes.
Listen, when we first decided to do that song,
right.
Ice Cube called me. I mean, I was at Ice Cube's house, and
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm at a Mexican restaurant getting some food.
No, it's all good. This Shut 'em Down radio. You know what I mean? We out here. It's live right here.
So listen.
Right, what you getting, Yo-Yo? Real talk.
I'm getting a corn asada burrito with rice, beans, cheese, cilantro, onions, and a hot sauce.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, Yo-Yo,
so listen,
continue what you said. Yeah.
When Q first told me about this track, He came home. I was at his mom's house after school. I was almost about to graduate from high school. Q came in the door. He said, I got an effing hit for you. And I said, what? And he said, listen to this. And he was like, you can't play with my yo-yo. Yo. Don't try to play me out. He was like, you can say, my name is Yo-Yo. I was like, I love it. And that was the first time I knew that I could take myself out of when he first met me. That was the first time I felt like, wow, I'm about to be big.
Right, and the energy, you get what I'm saying with the song. It was like a what you call an anthem. You get what I'm saying? Now, do you think anthems are missing from the game now? You know, opposed to back in the days.
You know what? I think is missing. I think truth is missing. We got a lot of anthems because people have taken this hip hop stuff and they've moved it to like radio type of stuff. Remember what's his name? The guy who used to make jokes of Michael Jackson songs. You know what I'm talking about?
Weird Al Yankovic.
Ludacris. Right. Remember Ludacris came in and that's how he became big and people started making these like spoofs kind of
parodies.
Songs.
Parodies. Right.
Yeah, so I think that it's so I think that we have enough of those type of things. What's missing now is truth.
That's
every time somebody tell me, oh, yo, I spit, and they women, they're like, oh, yo, please, you don't, and I'm like, oh, yeah, yo, I ain't about, let me hear you. And they're like, I suck a mean dick. Just got to pay for it. I got the ass up, and I'm like, huh?
Exactly.
So I'm thinking to myself, like,
it's one-dimensional.
Listen.
Yeah, it's one-dimensional.
And how do you support that without hating on it?
Real talk. And what's crazy is it's a difference between an MC and a rapper,
Listen, I accept it all. I'll take an MC, I'll take a rapper, and I'll take an entertainer because it's all a part of the same game. I get it. It's not a thing. But when it comes to women, like people say, oh, yo, I'm a, what do they say? I'm a conscious rapper. I rap about good stuff. I'm like, I don't even want to hear that all day. I'm sorry.
Real talk.
I want to hear real shit. I want to hear real shit. I don't want to hear.
Facts.
I don't want. I don't listen to Common all day in my car. Are you crazy?
Yo, we got the caller. 347. You on the line with Shut Up Down Radio.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing? Yo.
Hey, sis. What's up?
I'm Tracy. I'm glad to see you on. And, now I see that you're on, was it,
Love and Hip Hop.
Growing up
Hip Hop? Right.
Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Love and Hip Hop.
Okay. How do you think from back in the day when you was coming and how the girls are, not just the girls and the men are handling the music? See, when I grew up, a lot of things were said and done, but not so explicit, It was always left to the imagination. It's like now, they just, wow, it's, I know like my moms would say that when I was young, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, but the times has come that, it's a big difference, because what we talked about was making some paper and having a good time and talking about what was really going on in the life. A lot of these kids and rappers, they haven't busted grapes. They don't even know what it is.
You know what it is, and you know what it is. You are, first of all, that's a great question, and you are so right. And I thought about that a lot, especially being on the show. I've thought about it like a lot, like, and you know what I've learned? They are, this new generation of youth is like my daughter. I have a 25-year-old, almost 26. I work with the youth. I have a 16-year-old. I deal with people calling me on a regular basis, telling me how disrespectful their kids are. I see kids talking to their mama and talking to their grandparents like they crazy. I see the stuff they do. I see the drugs they take. I see that they don't give a rat's ass. I see the way they disrespect authority. They have no authority. So
That's right.
You know what I mean? So me being on Love and Hip Hop, for me, is me coming in saying, oh, you know what? I get you. Oh, no, you're not going to run me out and you don't scare me. Oh, yeah, I'm going to stand up to you. Oh, yeah, I won't be in the middle of the argument. I dare you to throw a drink on me. Yeah, talk that shit now. Let me hear you. Let me hear what you got to say. Yes, I'm right here, and I love you, and I'm not going to disrespect you, and I'm going to be right in the middle of it. So the difference for me is being in the middle of it with love, with respect. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like a big auntie. It's as if when you get into a family argument, because, one thing about me is, I've always said black people, we all family. I've never met a family member that I didn't know. Once I get to know them, I'm like, oh, hey, sis, hey, niece, hey, baby, hey, honey, is that young baby? Okay. So I get it. I don't treat nobody's kid like I wouldn't treat mine. The hardest part is I always think to myself, what if they throw a drink in your face? That's the scary part. Because then I don't know what type of person gonna come out of me.
Talk about it. And you're so right. But the young people, I set my boundaries.
They need some love. You know what it is? You know what it is?
Yes,
you know what I hear?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I hear them telling me when I deal with the kids at school? They tell me, my mama loved her boyfriend more than she loved me. Or my teacher don't care if I pass this test. They don't care if we fail or succeed. Listen, I know these badass kids, listen, don't think I take that to heart. I already know. Now, some things I do know. My mother, we grew up in the same kind of family as a lot of these kids. And so we always knew how to handle stuff. We still knew we couldn't talk to our mama crazy. We didn't give a damn what our mama did. And, we knew we couldn't talk to the principal or the teacher crazy. Or, my mama was going to come up there and kick our ass. We knew that already. Nowadays, it's the opposite. The parents, the teachers are scared that the mama's going to come up there and kick their butt.
Right. But you know what? Growing up, everybody, they say it takes a village to raise a child. It always did, because when this set of parents went through it, that you got might as well call it Aunt Willa Mae, and this one over here. Anything that you did then, you got checked in, and you got checked when you got home, when your mother got home.
That's
and now they tell the kids, oh, you can call up on them and stuff like that. I'm from the school call them.
Listen.
Right.
Go on my page and look at my mama on my page. Go look at Mama Mia go to Yo-Yo Fearless on my Instagram page and check out how we was raised. Go look at my mama. I'm at Yo-Yo Fearless on social media. Go look at my mama. And it took me a long time to even accept my mother for who she was, because I became famous at such a young age that I was afraid, like, Mama, you too much for Hollywood. Hollywood not going to accept you. Now, I wish I had brought her with me, though. I wish I had brought my mom with me along the way the entire time. Because freaking, this industry wouldn't have treated me. They would have known that Mama Mia was going to be there.
Right. Now, see, like you say, you went into the industry. Like, I have a daughter, I was a college mom, something that, my family, I think my sister was the first college graduate, right? But my daughter, I thought my job was over when she got out of high school, but it had only just begun in college, because I had to be aware of what was going on there, so I became a college mom. I'll be up there she moved into the dorms, then they moved into the house together, then they moved into every place she moved, I moved her. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I was very present. And
All right, Tracy.
Mike, what?
Caller. Thank you for the dialogue.
Thank you, Yo.
We appreciate you calling in.
I love talking to y'all, and God
I love you.
bless.
Thank you
Keep
so
doing
much.
what you're doing. Okay.
All right, have a good night.
All right.
Good night.
Right. Now, Yo, you was talking about how you grew up, the diversity in the industry, the trials and the tribulations, but you always had somebody, you always talked about Ice Cube and he guided you, you know, and that's a great thing, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you got a radio show. You dealt with K-Day. Could you talk to the people about that and your progression to your radio station right now? Cafe Mocha Radio.
You know, well, that's when I talk about the levels of hip hop. That's part of the levels that I had to deal with. You know, it wasn't always gravy. I had to really create a foundation for myself. Radio was something that after I did so long, I was like, oh God, the new generation was taking over. Lil Kim, Foxy Brown was coming in. You know, and either I was gonna write a rap about how good this coochie is and how well I can, you know, suck it and fuck it. Either I was gonna do that or I was gonna fall short.
Right.
And I couldn't do it. I tried. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I didn't try. I tried. I just couldn't do it. And I had to find another way. I was like, oh, God, what can I do without getting a regular job? Because, you know, they was ridiculing people who was getting regular jobs. You know, they was,
but there's nothing wrong with that.
Here. They got a job here. So I was thinking about, and you know, life was changing for me. My oldest sister would say, just get a job. And I was like, it's not easy. So I did radio. I found a job in radio. And, and with that, you know, it came of, it came another level of understanding for me. It taught me a lot more, and I'm glad I took that journey. That's why I say saying yes is such a positive thing, because you never know what that yes will bring to you. It might not be what you're looking for. It wasn't what I was looking for. I was like, oh God, you know, people are like, oh, you making $70,000 a year. That was okay, because you know it was consistent and I knew it. But as far as me being yo-yo, I felt like I was stuck in this box. I felt like I was telling people I'll play their songs, and I really wasn't going to play their songs. You know, I felt like I was lying to the people. You know, I was like, oh, yeah, call up right now. I'll request your song, you know, and we'll play it. And then not playing their songs was bothering me. I went into the office like, yo, I don't like telling people I'm going to play their songs and not play it. And it was like, yo, this is the radio. This is radio, yo. But it was something that I had to learn. I never would have known about smoke and mirrors had I not been in radio. Right. How I know that, you know, that's what it is. This world is smoke and
with
mirrors,
the playlist.
You know?
Now, what's crazy, you live both parallels to the game, rap, and then, you know, you hosted a radio show. So you just elaborated on certain hosts. Now, the thing about how I feel about hosts, the show should be for the artist. You get what I'm saying? But it's like everybody don't play their position. You get what I'm saying? So how do you feel about those situations? And, like, you know, you don't have to say names if you want to say names, hey. But when it changed into internet radio, do you think it was like a detachment from the people and the artists? Because, you know, opposed to, you know, when you went to the radio station, or you think it's a blessing to, you know, internet radio is hit?
You know, I to be totally honest, I like realness all the time. I like the truth all the time. You know, and you know, if you watch my unsung, Ice Cube said, you know, when they interviewed Ice Cube, he said, yo, too real to be fake. You know, I can only play a game for so long because I am an artist. You understand? So I can only play a game for so long. And after you know, when I get tired of playing the game, I'm going to go back to me. And I'm be like, okay, game over. I'm back to me, you know? So that's how I feel about life. I feel like I don't want to bullshit people. I like being myself.
That's right. can't.
I like
being
being
bullshit.
real with people. Yeah, I don't like bullshitting people. I like being real, and I think that's the only reason why I'm able to survive as long as I've survived. I hate being fake, but
me too.
I don't get me wrong. I got fake in me because I can act and I can do. Don't get me wrong. I got fake in me,
right?
But I can't be fake forever, and I can't. You know what I mean? I can be fake for a movie. I can be fake for a script. I can be fake if I got a fake friend in front of me, but I can't be fake with this. I can't fake like I'm your friend.
Right,
forever.
and you elevate and you mature.
Like
right, correct. Now your track right here, your single, your new single right here, Out of Control. I'm definitely feeling that. Featuring Patient, Picasso, Tyler, Rain, and Brittany B. Yes.
Can I ask you a question? Do you like the single?
Sure.
Do you like the single?
I love the single. Because it incorporates bars, the hook is tight, and the music is tight, the instrumental is tight, and everybody delivered on the track. And how did that come about?
Well, okay, so Picasso is a young producer here in Los Angeles, and he's just dope. He's working with everybody here. And so he came to me and just like, yo, I got this track. I was like, okay, working with some other young kids. I was working with Tyler Rain at the time, and I was working with J.C. Carter. She's out of Oakland.
Okay.
She's with all the Oakland guys. And so you know her from, you will know her.
Right.
She's a young Oakland chick. And so he played the song for me. I was like, oh, I love it. And I was like, oh, okay, send me a copy. And, for me, it was the first time that I really felt like I really wanted to write again because I divorced hip-hop. I really wasn't feeling it. I was like, but when I heard it, I was like, oh, and I took it home. I wrote to it, and I was like, yeah, let's get a studio. Let's go in. I was taping Love and Hip Hop, and Brittany B was like, they said, oh, yo, we're going to bring Apple. And I thought Apple was going to come in and rhyme on the track. But then Apple was like, no, she did her Apple stuff. Brittany B was like, yo, I'm staying. I'm going to do it. I'm going to rhyme on it. I was like, oh, okay. So when she came in, she was dope as shit. Now that I've learned, Brittany B is a real superstar. She writes. She reminds me of Missy Elliott. She's a writer. She's a producer. She's a vocalist, and she's a hip hop artist. So I was glad she got on. Tyler Rain won season 5 of the Rap Game with Jermaine Dupri. We crowned her Princess of the City 2 years ago, and so a year and a half ago, and So and the song is good, and I love it. I love what I'm talking about. What the drama about? Don't let me pull up on the grass at your mama house.
That's right. First things first, we going in. We rocking out with Yo-Yo, hip-hop legend, West Coast legend. Let's get it. Out of Control, featuring Patient Picasso, Tyler Rain, and Brittany B. Produced by Patient Picasso from The Real.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Oh, I've been doing radio for a long time. And, so MC Light gave me a call and told me she was on this radio show and they were looking for someone else, and so I picked up where she left off with the Cafe Mocha Radio.
Okay, that's definitely dope, and you got a lot of accolades, and we commend you out here on Shut 'Em Down Radio.
Yes, I appreciate
for coming on Shut 'Em Down Radio and contributing everything to the hip hop game. And keeping it real all the time and elevating in the game. And you're welcome. Anytime you want to come on the show, you could come on Shut 'Em Down Radio. You want to debut anything, we're here to support you from New York.
I appreciate it. And I love you guys. And I appreciate the same support. And anything that I'm doing,
too.
the lane is open to you too, okay?
No problem. All right. Take care, Yo-Yo. And one more thing. May I have a drop for Shut 'Em Down Radio?
My name is Yo-Yo. I'm not a ho-no. I like to flow so swift. It's got to be a gift. So let the beat lift as I riff and rhyme and rap and slap all of those who can't adapt to the fact I'm on Shut 'Em Down Radio. It's your girl, Yo-Yo.
That's what I'm talking about. Good night, Yo-Yo. It was a pleasure.
Good night. Love you. Thank you.
Love you, too. All right, we're going out with your track. Let's get it. Out of control. All right, take care, Yo-Yo. We out.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Yes.